It's Friday, it's 5 o'clock, it's time for a
Dad and Thea review show.
Dad and Thea review show. Welcome back to the Dad and Thea review show, right here on
Magic TV.
You had to think about the name of the YouTube channel, didn't you? Yes.
Yes.
We're very excited. We're very excited because we are filming this the day before this review show comes out. The review goes out on the Friday. We're filming this on the Thursday. Thea has just had her last, well, no, not the last, her penultimate day at primary school. Sad times.
I'm actually going to probably be crying tomorrow, but...
She's going to be very upset. She's going to be very crying.
Especially missing my friends and buddy in reception. Those
yes, yes, your little baby buddies that you look after. But no, and tomorrow is your last day. And on the last day, you and Ryland are doing a big illusion show to everyone at the start of the day, aren't you? In fact, one of the tricks that we're reviewing in this review show is actually being performed in your show at school on Friday.
Yeah.
Then you've got a gig on Saturday.
So tomorrow, Saturday, and then, yeah. And
you got day off on Sunday. Day off.
Yes. Yay.
Exciting times. But yeah, we got 4 new I've got to be honest, if you join the Thea and Dad review show for the greatest tricks that have ever been made, you might want to look elsewhere because there's a couple of naff ones, but there are a couple of good ones. We're going to get straight into it. We're not gonna dilly-dally. We're not going to beat around the bush. We're going to go straight into it with a new TCC trick. Let's get into that one first. So first up from TCC, we have this bad boy there, Chinese Legend by Raymond Long and TCC Magic. Chinese Legend. This is the single strangest trick in the entire world. It's the strangest trick that I've ever seen. What you get inside Chinese Legend are sponge Chinese coins. Never in my entire life did I think I would see a company bring out sponge Chinese coins. Let's chalk it up to just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you should do something. Love your TLC, different company. Love your TCC. Think you guys are amazing. What were you smoking when you came up with this one? Because OMG. You're going to see a performance. You're going to see a performance of me doing this. Imagine if David Roth and Albert Goshman had a baby. The result would be this routine. Let's have a look at it first of all. Have a look at the performance, and then we'll talk about what we think, right, T?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something with a piece of nothing. Watch. If I take that piece of nothing and just put it in my hand and squeeze, it turns into a Chinese coin. Now, this is a weird Chinese coin because it's made out of sponge. But watch this, if I take that sponge Chinese coin and I just pull, I can actually make 2 sponge Chinese coins. Now the interesting thing is if I put one over here and one over here and touch my thumbs together, this one actually jumps from here over to here. I'll do that again, I'll do it on the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In reverse it looks like this, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or I can just take it and have this one here, give a little squeeze, and they jump across. Now, there's only one problem with this, and the problem is, excuse me, they're made out of sponge, right? It'd be so much easier to see if they weren't sponge. So I tell you what, if I give a little rub, I can actually make these things turn real. That's 2 real Chinese coins. But the concept is still the same. I take this one, I put this one over here, I put this one over here. You hear them clink together. And yet when I squeeze, the first one jumps across. The second one goes the same way, up the sleeve, across and down. This is kind of a little magic wand and makes the second one jump across. That's 2. Of course, the whole thing was in your imagination. None of it was real. So what you just saw there was a performance to camera of basically Chinese Legend. Now you actually get a couple of things with this. Let me explain what you get inside the box. So first of all, you get 2 sponge Chinese coins, which is just ridiculous. You then get 2. You get 2 matching real Chinese coins. I say matching. They look identical to the sponge ones.
You've got 2 of each.
Yeah, they look identical to the sponge one. If you are blind, then maybe. If you were blind and you had no sense of touch, if you couldn't touch anything and you couldn't see anything and you couldn't hear anything, because then maybe maybe you would think these two are identical. But you get that, and then the other thing you get, which is possibly the most useful thing in this whole contraption, is you get this little thing here in the box. This is actually a really cool Chinese coin holder. So you pin this to your jacket, and it hangs just at the edge of your jacket, and it's magnetic, and it's designed to hold the two Chinese coins, and that is very, very useful. I love this. So the two Chinese coins go in here, and it becomes very, very easy to steal them just in a second. So you get that. And the whole idea of the routine is you're going to taught some basic coin sleights. You're going to be taught some basic sponge ball sleights. And the idea is that you make your little sponge Chinese coins appear, and then you turn them into real Chinese coins, and then you do something with the real Chinese coins, and then you walk away from the table in the audience embarrassed that you've performed this, and you go and have a quiet word with yourself, and you wonder why you spent your money on it. I don't know, I just don't like this. I love TCC, love everything about them. They're a great company to work with. I don't get this. Like, I don't get bringing out a little sponge coin. I don't get it. Maybe I'm old school, but I like my sponge bally. I like my balls. Sponge balls. That. Okay,
just quiet.
No, I do though, right?
No, don't not say a single word like that. Yeah.
If I'm going to do anything with sponge, they're going to be balls, because...
Stop saying that.
You love sponge balls.
Stop.
It was only Saturday that you went out to a kid's party and you stood there in front of all of those kids and spent 5 minutes vanishing little sponge balls. Am I wrong?
It was one of my tricks, okay?
Exactly. And what I'm saying, if I got enough of these Chinese coins that are made out of sponge, would you change that routine from balls to sponge coins? Or would you go, that's ridiculous?
Oh, God, that's ridiculous.
Of course, exactly. That's what I think when I see this trick. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know. I do like the ducks, though. The ducks that me and Rylan reviewed a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yes, I love
the sponge ducks.
I love the ducks.
Now, give me little duck family over there. Give me a sponge duck.
I'm staring right at me.
I'm good with a sponge duck. I'm happy with sponge ducks, but sponge coins seem wrong. I don't know. Look. The tutorial is what it is. It teaches you how to vanish a sponge coin. It tells you how to switch sponge coins for real coins. It tells you how to use the holdout. I actually am going to use the holdout. It holds 3 coins, I've discovered, which is great. I'm going to level up my Charming Chinese Challenge routine with this little bad boy. And it's worth it just for the holdout of the coins. But, there might be somebody out there that's been waiting, that maybe they do loads of sponge tricks. They've got sponge eyeballs and sponge... I've got sponge eyeballs. Yeah, it's weird.
What about sponge glasses?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, a little while ago, Austin Murphy, the head of... you follow him on Instagram, the head of Murphy's Magic, Austin Murphy, he sent me all of his balls. I was there.
Okay, no, quiet.
He had...
No, that seems rude.
It's not rude. Austin Murphy
Dude.
has got very big balls. I'm going to give this 60%. It's not. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see the point.
I'm going to do this 60% as well.
You're not going to do this, are you?
I'm not going to do
Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more than 60%, just because I'm going to use the little holdout. So I'm going to give it 70%. I think the holdout's great, and there's nothing wrong with...
I might go 65%.
There's nothing wrong with the routine. The routine is what it is. It's a very simple tutorial, very simple thing. I'd just rather play with the big Austin Murphy ball. We'll move on to the next trick.
Yes, please.
So next up, we have Craziest. And we have Seal Transpo from Craziest. So Craziest have bought a bunch of stuff out. 2 things we're going to be reviewing this week. And the first one is Seal Transpo. And it says, a deck seal vanishes and finds your signature. That's what happens. I'm going to show you a performance of this. Let's have a look at a performance of this. And then after you've seen the performance, We'll talk about what we think. I've got my son Riley behind the camera. Riley, you want to see a trick with the deck of cards?
Sure.
Sick. So I'm going to have you you behind the camera. So I'll go through. Just say stop.
Stop.
That one there?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Can you remember that card?
Yeah.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Would you like me to find your card using sleight of hand or magic?
Magic.
Okay. Do you see the seal on the box there? Do you see the seal on the box?
Yeah.
Watch if I do this. What? Look, the seal vanishes, Ryland.
What?
The seal of the box vanishes.
Wait, how?
Well, here's the crazy thing. Look, down in the middle of the deck. Down in the middle. There should be a seal. There, look, there's one card with a seal on it. What was the name of your card?
2 of clubs.
The seal has jumped onto one card. And that
What?
is your 2 of clubs.
Wow.
How insane is that?
That's magic.
That's mad. Okay. Thea, can I take the lead on this?
Yeah.
Because this is, how can I put this in a way that's diplomatic? Because I don't scream and shout anymore when I do the reviews. I used to, when me and Ryland used to do the reviews, I was all like, rah, 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 rah. I'm not like that anymore. So I'm going to be very subtle. I'm going to be very diplomatic. I'm going to tell people that this is proper shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to say a single word on that one. Because I didn't even film it or anything, so you can take the lead on it.
I'm taking the lead on it. It's terrible. Let me explain why it's terrible. Well, first of all, let me tell you what you should pick up instead. Because at Blackpool, Mark Mason brought out something called Concealed, which is effectively the same trick as this. A seal vanishes off a deck of cards and finds a selected playing card. And I'm going to use Mark's routine to explain why this is so bad and why that is so much better. So first of all, what you have here is you use a regular card box, right? Use a regular card box and there's an external gimmick. So there's a gimmick that, without giving too much away, there's a gimmick that makes it look like this card box has a seal, whilst in actual fact it doesn't, right? But the thing with it is, without giving too much away, it means that the gimmick, if you're holding the box, what's this? This is a deck of blank cards, but let me tell you, okay. If there's no seal on these cards, but if you're holding it this way so that they could see the seal here, you can't show the top of the box and you can't show the back of the box, because if you do, you're going to see exactly how the gimmick works, because the gimmick's external. And the gimmick runs pretty much down the entire length of the back of the box. So if anybody's looking at it from the back or anybody's looking at it from the sides, they're going to see exactly how that trick works. It's very, very obvious how it works, right? So because of that, you can't take the cards out the box. If you try to take the cards out the box, the gimmick will fall off and fall apart. So they don't give you, the tutorial, by the way, is terrible. It's like about 7 or 8 minutes long, and it just tells you how to actually prepare the box, because you've got a little bit of a paper crane moment with this. You're having to do magical arts and craft. And so it tells you how to do all of that, and it tells you how to technically do the thing. I agree, that's exactly what this trick deserves. It tells you how to technically do the trick, but like problem number 1, you can't look at it from this angle, you can't look at it from this angle, you can't look at it from this angle, you can't take the cards out of the box, so you've got to walk over to the table with the cards already out of the box and randomly have the box in your hand. Now you can put it down as long as you have it so that the seal is completely away from them and this side of the box is pointing downwards so they can't see it. But if you put the box in your pocket, the gimmick is going to fall off. If you put the box anywhere, it's going to fall off. So the only way to do it is to protect the box, walk up to the table with the deck in your hand and the box in your hand. The box is empty, and then put the box down for a second for no reason at all. Then you're going to have a card picked. And the way that they get the seal on the card is by having the seal on there already, which is fine. That's a valid method. They only give you 1 seal, so you have to buy more seals, which you can get, so that's not too much of a problem. But that's the method. You're going to force that card, not show the back, and have them sign it, and so on and so forth. That goes into the box. That goes into the deck, and then the way that you're going to make this seal vanish, you're going to be very careful of the angles here, because it can lift up if you're not careful. But you're effectively going to pull down on the gimmick as you shake, and it's going to make it look like the seal's vanished. Now you're then left with this whole thing behind the box, which is quite awkward to palm. So once you're in this position, if you want them to look at the box, you're going to have to palm this whole thing away. Now, the one advantage is now the box is completely examinable because it's effectively a normal box. Well, it's not, but whatever. But you end up with this in your hand, or you end up with this. What I did in the performance is I put the box down and the gimmick was underneath. But in real world, they're going to want to look at the back of the box because logically, that's where the thing is going to go. I told you I'm going to go off on one. And then the card appears, the seal appears on the card. So the negative is you can't have the cards in the box. You can't take the cards out of the box. You can't have the cards in the pocket. You can't have the box in your pocket. The angles are terrible. And the vanish doesn't look very, very good. And you're left really, really dirty to the point that you've either got to have to put the box away immediately or hide the gimmick in your hand. Now, and the tutorial is terrible. Now, you compare that to Conceal by Mark Mason. First of all, the gimmick is built into the box. So you can bring the box out at any point in the routine that you want to, and you can set it up in front of the audience, which is amazing. Once you've set it up in front of the audience, you can point out the seal. So you can take the cards out of the box, put the box down, set it up in front of the audience, have the card picked, do all of that stuff, and you can show the box. They can feel the seal on there, and you just, or you do, or whatever. There's multiple ways of doing it. The seal vanishes. There's nothing to see then. They can examine the box. Because of the system that Mark's designed, it's all internal, but the box is examinable immediately. And even though it's gimmick, they're not going to see anything. And then the cards on the signatures on the card. But Mark has used the dark card principle, as well as another few principles, so they can literally take any card. They can see the back of the card, has no seal on it, they can sign it, and then the seal ends up on their signed card. This is light and shade. Mark's Concealed is amazing. This is proper shit. This is terrible. This is a truly abysmal trick. This is like, whoever looked at the final method of this and went, you know what? This is the version that we want to sell to people. This version right now. Excuse me, sir. This is the conversation they're having in Craziest, by the way. Excuse me, sir. Yes, what's the matter? Should we really sell this to magicians with the method like this? Yes, of course we should. Why shouldn't we? I don't want to say it's shit, but it's shit. We're not going to be able to teach people how to put it in their pocket. Well, they just won't have to put it in their pocket. We're not going to be able to teach them how to put the cards in the box. They don't need to put the cards in the box. Is there a reason that the cards are not in the box? Well, no, we're not going to tell them, are we? They don't need to know. What were you smoking? What were you smoking? This is like, I'm offended. I'm so offended. I've never been so offended. I'm offended. This trick offends me. This trick is terrible. This trick is awful. There's no redeeming quality. Even if Mark hadn't invented Concealed, this would still be shit. This is just the worst trick in the world. Guess what? I have a front runner for the Magic TV 2026 Worst Trick of the Year award. Because right now, Craziest, guess what? You're occupying pretty much every single space. Well done. This gets minus 1,737,300 quadrillion to the power of 67 billion multiplied by a million quadrillion dillion to, I don't even know if dillion's a word. Dillion to 1. That's what it gets. It gets a big fat minus.
I'm going to give it exactly what you did because I can't remember
You didn't like it. We watched it together. You didn't like it. You thought it sucked.
I don't like it.
She doesn't like it. I don't like it. Bad Craziest.
Let's move on to the next trick.
I think we should. Let's look at something good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Thea Petty and Craig Petty are proud to announce for the third review on the Thea and Dad Review Show. Another trick by Craziest. It's a new approach to the anniversary waltz. All gimmicks included. Sticker love. It sounds dirty if you ask me. Sticker love.
The stickers are
by Craziest. I think I know why the company's called Craziest now.
Because
you have to be crazy to buy their stuff. Look.
I think the stickers are.
This is actually better than whatever the hell the other one was, Seal Transpo. This is actually better than Seal Transpo, but only insofar it's better than Seal Transpo but only insofar that Shutigawa was a better doctor than Jodie Whittaker. They both kind of sucked, really, to be perfectly honest. But one was slightly better. It's kind of what we've got here in this situation. So Thea's going to perform this. I forced her to, you know, for people that say, do you force your children to do magic? Not normally, but I had to force her to do this craziest because she didn't want to. Because Thea doesn't like performing bad magic.
Yeah.
And yet I made her perform your trick. Let's have a look at it.
I've got an 8 of hearts and I've already stuck 2 stickers on. And this is going to be my sticker. Yeah?
Is that what the TP stands for?
Yes, TP. And this one is going to be your sticker. So all I'm going to write is Dad. Yeah?
Well, that would make sense,
Yes.
as I am your dad.
Okay, so what I have to do is take this out. Do you know what happens?
You blow in your hands?
This
What?
is what happens.
No way!
And that is magic.
So, that is the new take on the anniversary waltz. Now, I've got to be honest, we kind of cheated a little bit there. We didn't cheat. But because we were putting this together potentially for Instagram, we wanted to make the video as short as possible.
Yeah.
So we skipped the bit at the beginning where you put the stickers on the card. So normally what happens is you don't show the card like Thea did at the beginning. We're trying to make it look good for Instagram, you know, because it needed to look good. It needed all the help it could get. But we're trying to make it look good for Instagram. And one way we figured we'd try and make it look good for Instagram was by using that the gimmick was an 8 of hearts, but normally when you perform this, you can't show that because it's actually a different card. But we purposefully picked the 8 of hearts so we could actually show it at the beginning. You can't normally do that. And we were trying to speed it up. So the process of putting the stickers on the card, we opened that video, didn't we, with the stickers already on the card. So calling this a anniversary waltz is really a lie, because this is not an anniversary waltz. To be clear, what anniversary waltz is, or the concept of anniversary waltz, is a couple. The reason it's called anniversary waltz is because you go for a couple. A couple would you know, somebody would sign one card. You know, Sarah Petty would sign one card. Craig Petty would sign the other card. And then you would fuse the two cards together into one, symbolic of their love and affection with each other. So just like they're going to be together forever in life, those two cards are joined together, symbolic of that. And if they join together long enough and hard enough,
Dad,
they end up with that. Anyway, I'm talking. So that's what an anniversary waltz is. This is not an anniversary waltz because, first of all, the spectator can't sign either sticker because here's the card. The card is very gimmicked. The card that you end up with is not gimmicked. The card that you end up giving out is not gimmicked, but you can't show that card beforehand because it's nuzzled securely into a gimmick that you add onto the deck, right? So you have that already set up. So you could force that card, but they don't tell you to force it because you can't show the face of the card very, very easily at all because it needs to be all pre-prepared and so on and so forth. And it's quite difficult to get it into that position. So you can't really force the card. You can't show the front of it. You can't show the back of it. You have to make sure it's already kind of stickered up to a point is what I'm trying to say. So in order to do this, you have to have the card on top of the deck. You can full shuffle the cards, keeping that card on top of the deck, but you can't show the top of the deck at all. You can't force a card and say, let's use that one. You just have to hide the top of the deck, bring out the stickers, and pretend to put a sticker down on a card, but not really. So it's quite awkward in that fact. It's very cozy, the handling, if that kind of makes sense, which is one of the reasons that we skipped that on the Instagram video. Once the second sticker you can actually put on. The first sticker you can't. It's only you make it look like you've put it on, but it's pre-stickered. But because of how the gimmick's made, if they tried to put the sticker on themselves, they would see how the trick works. So they can't put the sticker on themselves. Also, they can't sign the stickers themselves. You have to put your initials on the sticker yourself, like Thea did, because if they go to write on the sticker, they'll see exactly how the trick works. Also, without giving too much away, there's a sticker already on the card that's been pre-signed by Thea.
Yes.
TP in her case. Stands for Thea Petty, or toilet paper. Now, kind of does.
It does not.
It's literally your initials are the same initials as toilet paper. It's and if you take your middle name, Louise, it's toilet loo paper.
Okay, now you really need to shut up.
I'm trying to review. I can't shut up. You take control.
No, it's me.
Okay, so it's been pre-stick. The reason why I point that out is because that means this is not a real anniversary waltz. You can't go up to a couple that you've never met before and go, "What's your name?" "Boris." "Great, Boris. Sign this card. Sign this sticker." "What's your name?" "Donna." "Nice to meet you, Donna. You sign this sticker." You can't do that. You have to put your initials on because you've pre-done that, and you have to. Now, could you know the people you're going up to, like a bride and groom, and pre-write the groom's initials, for example? Yes, but in the truly shit tutorial that accompanies this trick, which is about 7 minutes long, they don't give you that option. So I'm assuming they've not thought that through. So we have to take it on face value. And face value is you can't get two people to sign the stickers and have them go together. Now, the one thing that I will say is because your hands are a little smaller, little 11-year-old girl hands.
Right.
When craziest do this, they kind of do a weird sort of colour change to make it look like the two stickers come together, which looks fine. It looks good. You can't then give them the card because they'll see the gimmick, but you could wrist kill maybe or something like that. But Thea just took the card out and put it in their hands, or which is a better way of doing it, really. I don't know. Look, you say something about this. I can't think of anything positive.
Me neither, except
the packaging is red. I like red. No, I don't like red.
No, you do. No.
I do like red, but my red's always been my favourite colour. It reminds me of the time
pink.
in life that.
Yeah.
Look, this is not good. This is not good. This is the opposite of good. This is bad. This is you know. No one's ever performed this. No one's ever done this. Nobody at Craziest has ever gone out and gone, you know, again, with the conversation at Craziest, Gary, I don't know if it's Gary. I think Gary's the guy that invented this. I think Gary's the MD of the company and he invented it. I think Gary's come triumphantly into the office and gone, "Everybody, I have a new trick. We're going to release it. It's called Sticker Glove." And James, who sits in the corner on the computer, James is like, "That sounds a bit dirty." And Gary's like, "Get your mind out the gutter, James. It's not. It's a perfectly good trick." And then Fred, who sits on the other side of the office, Fred says to Gary, "Anybody want donuts?" Because Fred was hungry. And then Donna walks in, right? And Donna kind of works there. And she's in a different room, but she comes in and she's like, "What's all the kerfuffle about?" And Gary goes, "Well, I've invented this trick and we're going to sell it to magicians." And Donna goes, "Oh, can I have a look at it?" And Gary shows it to Donna and Donna goes, "That's not a very good trick. Have you ever performed it to real people?" And Gary goes, "No, never performed it to a real person in my life. Never once." And then Billy comes in. Now Billy works in the warehouse, so his job is to put the little cardboard things in the see-through things. Billy's got an important job at Craziest, and Billy walks in and he's like, I can't even remember where I was going with this. Billy walks in and he's like, "Right, you've never performed this to real people?" "No." Why can we sell this then? How can we sell this if you've never performed it to real people? And Gary just turns around and goes, "Well, you know, the magicians, they'll buy anything. They'll buy anything. They'll buy anything." Yeah, that should be Craziest's new motto. Craziest. Magicians will buy any old shit. 0%. What about you?
Let's go for... I'm thinking of, should I put it in the minuses or should I put it in zero?
Totally up to you.
Let's put it 0%.
0%. So here's the thing. If you want a good trick with a sticker that makes it feel like it's fused together with a playing card, look for Sticker Kicker by Jamie Williams and Roddy McGee and Penguin Magic. That's a really good trick. If you're wanting to do a version of Anniversary Waltz, lots of different versions out there. Nicholas Mavresis and Alakazam have got a good version. Lover's Waltz, that one's cool. That sounds dirty as well, but it's not. But my favourite version is the one popularised by Doc Eason, just a double-faced card, which you can learn from a plethora of places, including Doc Eason's DVD set. And by the way, for the money you spend on this, you could buy Doc Eason's download, and that would be a far better investment in your money. Take this, right, take the money that you're going to spend on this, and instead go give it to Doc Eason and go and get his download. It's a lot better. And if anyone really has bought this, my advice is to take it. They've helped because the packaging is like this. Take it and just do that. So it's pointy. That's going to help the process. And then next time you're at a magic convention, if you see Craziest, you can tell Gary to bend over, and it'll make it nice and easy for you. Let's move on. So Thea, this is the one I've kind of taken over this review show. You've just sat there and looked pretty, and it's normally my job to look pretty, but it was
you don't look pretty.
Shut up. I'm gorgeous. However,
you wouldn't know.
Yes, I am. However, this is your chance to shine.
Yeah.
And tell everybody about the Find Light. Sometimes on this review show we review illusions. Normally it's me and Ryland that review illusions, because there's a lot of magicians that are out there that want to level up. They want to do bigger tricks. They want a stage show. Maybe they're a close-up magician and they want to start doing stage magic. Maybe they do stage magic and they want to do a bigger illusion. And you, despite loving close-up more than Ryland, you do have way more experience on stage than you do close-up. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
And we're going to be reviewing an illusion that you are qualified to talk about, because I don't do it, Ryland doesn't do it, no one does it but you.
I'm the only one that does it. I do not let anyone else do it.
She doesn't even let anyone touch it. It's called...
Except from if you're Tom and he builds it and salts the glass.
Well, Ryland builds it as well. He built it when you...
Oh yeah, except from when you're building it, but I make sure you don't break it.
Well, let's talk about liquid glass. Now, if you've not seen a performance of, I would say this is your favourite. You do this in your solo show to close your solo show. You do it in almost every single slightly unusual illusion show. You do it in almost every single Magic and Mischief illusion show.
Yeah.
You even do it in kids' parties when you can convince Tom to take it into the kids' party and build it. This is called liquid glass. It's Thea's favourite illusion. It's a great illusion if you're wanting to add an illusion to your act, because you don't need to put somebody in a box. It's an illusion where you don't actually need to put somebody in a box. It's a one-man illusion. It's not a one-man illusion. It's a one-girl illusion.
Perfect. Well
no
done.
Problem. So let's have a look at a performance of this. This is from the Llandudno Magic Convention, Llandudno Victorian Festival Extravaganza.
There we go.
Thank you. On the main stage. Let's have a look at this.
What we have here is we have a wooden frame, and inside we have a solid piece of glass. Now Tom, I'll tell you what, if you can bring that glass forward for me, and we'll make sure that everybody knows that it's completely and totally solid. Here you go. So I'll tap it all around, there you go. You can see it really is solid all the way through. Now Tom, you can put that back for me. Now it really is important that you know it's solid, because in a second, Thea's going to make solid go through solid. So, everyone, welcome back on stage, Thea! Game start! ready? 'Cause I'm coming to get you, get you, get you. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the just meet me. Just meet me. Just meet me. Now, gentlemen, give it up for everybody!
I do proper love that trick, T, and I love the music.
Yes.
I love everything about
used
it.
to be different music, but then
It used to be fight song,
It
didn't
was
it?
like it did that music. It didn't really sort of, it isn't. I can't get my words out now. I can't get my words out now. It's
The original music, you didn't particularly vibe with it.
yeah, but I actually prefer the one we're doing now. It's because you kind of like it. To me, it's got more energy, sort of thing, and to me, it just brings something to the illusion that helps.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So let's talk. Can I ask you some questions about it? So first of all, it's all flight cased up, right?
Yes, it's all flight case stuff.
I mean, obviously we transport this in a van, but this is something that you could literally take in the back of the car.
Yes,
If you put your seats down, it would go in the back of the car. The flight case
Perfectly.
would go in the van.
Back in the
And then in terms of setting it up as a gig, compared to a lot of stuff that we have to set up, it's a very quick build time, isn't it?
It's actually very quick. Now, to me, even though it's my trick and I don't let anybody use it, I've actually never built it. But
Well, we worry about you picking up a very heavy
Yes.
piece of glass.
it's because I actually I don't want to pick up the piece of glass. That's why I've got someone else doing it in the actual performance. Normally Tom, but if Tom's not there, then
If I'm not there, Ryland.
well, if he's not there, then yeah, violence. But Tom is mainly there because
One of us will be there. Yeah.
because someone has to drive the van.
Very good point. So here's a question for you. So we need to find out about this trick. So how easy is it to do? Like
It's
it looks
actually-
very impressive.
It's actually, well, obviously it's impressive, but it's not actually that hard if you think about it. You have to remember to do some stuff, and you have to do it sort of like with the trick. If you do it like obviously, or you take too much time doing it, like some tricks you can do it, take your time with it because you've got something else going on whilst you're doing it. But this one, it's like you have to do it instantly, all the moves and everything, because you basically, what I do is I run. No, I run, and I'm basically, every time I run, I'm basically doing something even though it looks like I'm not. So, and then obviously, it's actually pretty easy just to put the ribbon through. Even though it looks the hardest, you kind of are making it look like. But it's not, it's not like, oh my god.
The thing
like,
you
that's
struggled with, I
easy.
mean, when you were
It's not like, oh my god, I can't do that. That's
when you were a
too
little
hard. It's
girl,
not-
you did
it's sort
dance
of-
lessons, didn't you? When you
Yeah.
were,
What helps? Well, yeah, I used to do dance lessons, yeah. When I wasn't into magic, I was into dance, but now I'm just like... So I used to do dance lessons.
the reason I bring that up is the hardest thing you found was the ribbon dance initially.
Yes, but then obviously, Mom helped me with the...
Well, Mum used to be a ribbon dancer.
Yeah, Mom used to be a ribbon dancer, which I was actually surprised at. But she
Your mum
helped
used to be a
me-
pole dancer as well.
Oh my god. She actually helped me...
She didn't really.
Oh my god. Yeah. So Mum helped me with all the like ribbons. She showed me what to like, all the moves for the ribbons, and then I put that in, and then obviously I got the illusion, and I was messing about with it like first.
Took you a while to get the presentation down. It was very waffly at start, wasn't it?
Yes.
You were talking about looking out of windows and watching people as they go past and stuff,
Yes.
which was a bit waffle. It's what I like to call waffly bollocks.
That's when I didn't have the song I had on then. I don't know how to say the song, or whatever.
I think it's called APA or
APT. No, it's APT, but I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, and when I use that music, it's mainly like they say what's gonna happen. They do the glass, Dad, Tom, or even Ryland. And then what I do is I just I'll backstage, and then I'll come on stage just like, yeah, and then I obviously put the ribbon through first. But the reason sometimes I take longer to do the ribbon dance in the middle or shorter, it's because I need to have it on time. So what I do is I dance till it says, now you know the game, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
you're listening for music cues because you end at the same thing every single time.
And when I started the illusion, I was kind of messing about with it, like, ooh, let's do a little ribbon, let's do ribbon dance at the start, and then I did that, but we didn't actually end up doing that. We did a ribbon dance in the middle because we never were hitting the beats with the ribbon dance at the start. So what I did is I did that. I showed the board. Obviously, I put the thing through to show, and now show the boards. Put the other one on, obviously, and then what I do is, now you know the game, sort of thing. What I like to think about that one is, I'll put it through to show them what's going to happen, and then once it says, now you know the game, I do it like, so it's gone through all of them. So it's basically showing you what's going to happen, sort of thing. And then Tom or you or Ryland pulls the glass out, mainly Tom, and then I bang it, and you always get terrified because I bang it so hard.
I'm telling you, that is the sketch, right? When she's doing this, it's in an illusion show. Yeah. And I'm normally sweating my ass off. Like, I'm normally sweating, my hands are sweaty and everything. And then you get to this point, and Tom normally has to do it, thank God, because it scares me to death. He's sweaty as well. You get to this point where we're having to lift the glass out, and it's like, it's squeaky bum time, because so it's a real sheet of glass.
He has to hold it like this, but if his hands are less slippy, like, you normally wipe your hands with a towel or something before you go on, but then you hold the glass, but sometimes you have to hold it like that because your hands are still like super slippery. But then but then I bang the glass like,
be careful of the banging
like
of the
that.
glass.
But like it's just like, I'm doing it so hard. They always tell me after the show, maybe bang the glass a little bit less harder.
Well, it's real glass. I know it's tempered glass, but it's real glass. Yes. And it's very scary for the person holding it when you're going boom, boom, boom. Oh my God. So what would you give this, Thea?
Oh, you give it first.
Well, I love this trick. I mean, it's my favourite trick that you perform. The bottom line is you do this in every single show. You close your solo show with it.
Oh, I do.
You do it in Magic and Mischief. You do it in Slightly Unusual. I don't do it, but I guess I own it, and I'm more than happy. I put it this way: when people book Slightly Unusual and you're on the gig, I insist on taking that because I think it's a lovely piece, and it shows the audience that you are not an assistant. Yeah. It's very important to me that when you're in the Slightly Unusual show, you are not an assistant in that show. Yes, you may be peering in boxes and getting floated up in the air, but I want people to realise that you're just as damn good a magician as anybody else on that stage, which is why it's really important for me to have this in every show, because it's a bit of a flex. It lets you go, okay, I don't need the boys. watch me, and I love it, and that's the reason I love it. I'm going to give it 100%.
And then we also have to like convince. I like to take it to all the sorts of shows. So even the House of Peace, so like the kids shows. I always like convincing Tom to put it in the van, and we're like, if you don't want to do it, then we can always have it as a backup.
You always get your own way too.
I always end up putting that in the van.
I know you
always.
do. I know you do.
I'm going to give it 1,000,000%.
Here's the thing: if you're looking to put a trick in your show to make your show play bigger, then this is the trick. But it's pretty much completely angle proof. You can't have people looking from behind, but other than that, the angles are great. 100% from me, 1,000,000% from Thea. It's amazing. It's called liquid glass.
Yeah.
Right. That is another. We still haven't figured out how we can do the ending.
I know one.
Don't hit me. You were as bad as Ryland. How about a hug? Thank you once again for joining us right here on the Thea and Dad review show. Now, I'm going to be back next Saturday.
Yeah.
Come on, be nice, please. No. I'm going to be back next Friday with Ryland. And then Thea will be back in 2 weeks.
Don't watch next week. Watch the week after next week.
Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to join the Netrix, which is my online streaming platform for magicians, you can do so by going to thenetrix.com. And also, if you want to follow Thea on Instagram, then just go to Magic Thea Petty, and she puts videos up every single day and puts stories up all the time. It's you've got well over 1,000 followers now, T, in just like less than a month. It's insane.
Yeah.
So we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Craig.
I'm Thea.
We'll see you again. Bye, everyone.
Bye.